world for a minute. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come in here with me. I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow. This feeling.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Checking out the Trail Blazers. Despite the fact that they're 14 games off the pace set by the conference leaders, they're a team that could make some waves here late in the season. Hey, a chance now to watch C.J. McCollum in action. Definitely one of the sharpshooters in the league, but you don't often hear his name mentioned among the elite. Do you guys feel like he may be underrated as a shooter?
I think he's definitely underrated. He's as dead-eye as most players in the league. Incredible percentages from the floor and from beyond the arc. This guy can shoot the ball.
What probably people forget about is the fact that he can get to the rim so easily. That's why they don't pay attention to the dead-eye shooting. But he's a dead-eye shooter. Tie check?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an audible yawn we heard from that side of the set. What gives?
That's because I'm dead-eye tired. That was terrible.
Whatever that
No, that was
means.
good.
Kevin Harlan, he understands everything, and he's standing
too
by
many
with the
donuts.
call next.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Looking for a different outcome this time around, the Dallas Mavericks took the loss in their last matchup in this season series against Portland. They'll be trying to turn things around and climb out of a hole down 2-0 in this season series.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Hello, Kevin. Well, Blazers head coach Terry Stotts is one of the more respected offensive minds in the game. He said, "I like to give our players freedom to read the defense and make plays. I like philosophically that I don't know who's going to get the shot. That's going to cause a problem for the defense. Keep them guessing, Kevin."
And as always, thanks, DA. That kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. Clark, I know that teams that are out of the playoff race are looking for things to hold on to, things to focus on as they wind their seasons down.
Yeah, it's a chance to reinforce good habits. It's a chance to maybe give minutes to younger players to see what you have in them and how they're going to approach the situation they're in. Nothing to play for currently, but are they still going to be professional and work to improve? Looking at how they handle the little things, the attention to detail, the preparation, the readiness to play. All of that is valuable as you look to build your team for what's ahead.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Aminu and Nurkic up front, and it's Turner in at the 3, the small forward. Nobody near Barnes, and the first shot of the night for him missing. Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Farrell kicks to Barnes, shoots over Turner, and it comes off the front of the rim. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome.
Smith against Lillard. Powell with the screen. Nowitzki for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Nowitzki's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lillard attacking. Comes up empty down low. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Smith outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, you got to get out on Smith from deep, Kevin. He's very good at stroking it from downtown.
The baseline J. And again, Damian Lillard. Lillard's got his second basket of the game.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Powell with the screen. Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki draws the double. The pass to Smith from deep. He can't hit that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Nowitzki, following the score by Damian Lillard. Foul for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Basket good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Smith kicks to Barnes. Screen by Smith. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Smith. Barnes has got his first bucket of the night.
Hey, sometimes Barnes is just too quick and skilled on the block, and there's not much you can do to stop him.
Lillard. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That pushes it to double digits. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Mavericks trail by 10, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Lillard. Averaging about 26 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And the rejection by Smith. And he's able to get it back. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Portland.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight, Greg, to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game. Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Let's have a look at the league's top scorers for the past month. To say these guys have been hot is an understatement. Fourth, Damian Lillard.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
On defense, the Trailblazers, 10-point lead. Nowitzki a screen. Tipped away.
Out of bounds.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Six on the shot clock. They set the pick. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect.
Oh! Nasty.
Talk about bringing it.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
And it's Smith missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Lillard misses. Mavericks trailed by 14. Barnes passes to Smith. Kicks to Powell. Looking to end the run. Smith missing again.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Aminu with the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And Smith gets double-teamed. Here's Nowitzki. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little lift in the legs, he's worked hard to kind of quicken his release. And just another tweak for a guy who's made a career of adding layers to his Hall of Fame game.
Both free throws good from Nowitzki.
And there's no doubt about it, fellas. Nowitzki has firmly cemented himself as an NBA legend. A sweet shooting big man who continues to get it done.
And for the Blazers, Greg, you could make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. The questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you could find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
The Mavericks are in an interesting phase, kind of that in-between, in-betwixt phase. Even as they look to go young around him, they're committed to keeping Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas for the remainder of his career. So, again, a delicate position, but I think they're doing it the right way, keeping Dirk around.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And there was a time, Clark, when Dirk Nowitzki considered leaving Dallas in pursuit of another title, but that time has passed.
Yeah, and you know what? It's great to see. I love to see one franchise superstars. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's special. I mean, he's not the player he was 5 years ago. He's not able to single-handedly lift the team to favorite status, but he can certainly have an impact as one of the legends in the game, leading and also helping prepare the next generation.
Turner with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Shoots from the baseline. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Portland.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Shots good by Turner.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Man, like how strong Nowitzki goes up with it there. I mean, when he's this close, he's not trying to lay it up, fellas. He's punching that thing.
Shots good by Turner.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, you played with so many players throughout your terrific career. What was the one trait that you found made a player easy to play with on the floor?
Well, I think it starts with skill and ability, and everybody has that in the NBA. But attitude and demeanor, unselfishness is kind of where I'm headed there. Desire to do what's needed and to recognize strengths and weaknesses. And then the other piece was this personality, a real joy in playing the game. And those things, to me, always lent themselves to being a good teammate.
A different look for Dallas. Noel's checked in for Powell. Doug McDermott comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Smith. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins checked in for Aminu. And it's Napier in for Lillard. Here's Napier, guarded by Barea. And it's Napier missing. Dallas shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Barea. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up 13 points a game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second-chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Another miss by Barea. Portland in total control. Nurkic dishes to Turner. Back to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Feeds it to Collins. Snatched away. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by McCollum. Oh, that's blocked. And they'll keep possession. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
From deep, Collins, good.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
The 3 from Barnes. Here's Noel. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Dallas making a switch here. Measury's checked in. Barea with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Barea with a wide open look.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, I understand that, but you should send at least one guy after those.
Mavericks shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Passes to Farrell. There's the pick. Back to Barea. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And the basket is good. Barea's got his second bucket.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard, reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. And, you know, Rick Carlisle was the 70th pick of the '84 draft by the Boston Celtics, and he's the head coach of the Mavericks now, but he also had a 5-year playing career.
Barea kicks to Farrell. Pass to Measury. Dallas moving the ball around. There's a screen by Noel. So for the Trailblazers, Ed Davis is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Turner.
Ed Davis, Pat Connaughton.
59 seconds left to play in the first. McDermott passes to Measury. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barea. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Barea's got 6 points.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
And there it is for him.
And from the opening tip, they've just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here's Noel. The shot will not fall. Davis with some nice D. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got his third basket of the night. Here's Dallas. Here's Farrell. His last outing, he had 8 points. They set the screen. He dishes it to Barea. They get the rebound. Noel. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired just before the release.
And you know, as a player, you're aware of that clock ticking down on you, but within that last fraction of a second, it's really hard to know when you're focusing on your release and the defenders if you waited just a split second too long.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And so it's Portland ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. To be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
Yeah, like an avalanche, Greg, overpowering the defense on a majority of their possessions.
McDermott is out there with Noel. Then there's Measury. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Farrell in at the 2. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Measury kicks to Barea. Now here's McDermott, guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Another miss by Barea.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Yep, it counts. Napier's got 8 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Back to Barea. Pass to Farrell. There's the triple. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
And Clark, you've been a member of this booth and many others for quite some time. I've always wondered, how did you make the jump into broadcasting?
Well, you know what? I've always enjoyed the game, Kevin, been a student of the game, and have enjoyed reading and playing with words. So when my basketball playing career ended prematurely back in 1987, I got a chance to do Pacers radio, and from there fell in love with this new career and wanted to excel at it, and I've been at it now for over 30 years and hope to have a few more left in front of me.
He's off on the first.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doug McDermott. And a switch here also for Portland. Aminu's checked in. And he sinks the second. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Smith checked in for Farrell. He's off on the second. Portland in total control to the inside. Here's Connaughton, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
There's a screen by Noel. Back to Barea, and it's blocked.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The pass to Finney Smith. Now here's Mejri. He's covered by Aminu. Collins against Noel. No good with the layup.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big-time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Now here's Barea. D right on him. Now the dish to Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Davis. Great touch on the 16-footer. Davis has got 5.
Well, that's exactly what's been happening here. Where's the focus? Where's the intensity? Where's the resilience? Where's the energy? From the defenders, all of that is absent.
It's stolen by Davis. Here's Aminu. Second chance shot. Mejri with the rebound. Mavericks shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Smith dishes to Barea. Knocked loose. Here's Aminu. Second shot opportunity. The shot by Collins, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Shoots from the baseline. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Mavericks.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Powell, he's jacked in for Dallas. Nowitzki comes in for Noel. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Kevin, let's look at the Trailblazers to see how they're doing ranking-wise in the NBA.
And you know, their free throw shooting overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games, and you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
Lillard misses. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Barea, the pass to Smith. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists tonight.
And I tell you what, if the defender is not on Smith before the pass, it's too late because he's always ready to fire, and he burns you.
Davis with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. The defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, when you played, did you have any superstitions or a game day ritual that you would follow?
Superstitions are a waste of time in my book, Kevin. I had none, not any. I liked my pregame nap. I'd get a good pregame meal, and then it was about focusing on my assignment for that particular game and night or day. Superstitions, I know a lot of guys have them. They weren't part of my toolkit.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Barnes, who's checked in for Dallas. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Third is Dennis Smith.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Greg, he's a fantastic facilitator. Just makes everyone around him better with the willingness to play unselfishly. Well, it's been a great month for him.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Barea. And here's Barnes for three. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 5 assists tonight. And Aminu kicks to Davis, shoots over Powell, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. Over to the wing. And the 3-ball is good. Barea's got 9.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Lillard with the bucket.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
The Trailblazers shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Count that one. Lillard's got 26.
Yeah, you got to enjoy seeing Lillard fire away here. An awesome scorer who can just take over games all by himself.
Knocks it loose. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. And let's check out some stats for Harrison Barnes. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up, averaging 22 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
That free throw good from Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. An incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Turner comes in for Collins. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Here's Lillard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, we know just how athletic the NBA has become since its inception. Clark, even from when you played, just how much faster and stronger has the game become?
I would say if we were going to try to put a percentage on it, I think it's grown 60-70% in terms of athleticism. And a lot of it is attributable to the training advances that have been made in sports science and sports medicine and sports performance. And that's benefited and aided the players greatly. And then you have players that have really bought into nutrition and year-round maintenance of their bodies and taking advantage of this technology to enhance performance. And then it becomes a herd mentality. More and more of the guys are doing it, and more of them are benefiting from this enhanced training. So I'd say it's at least 70% better than 30 years ago.
Smith kicks to Powell. Back to Smith. Powell with the screen. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Lillard. Drops in the breakaway layup. Lillard's got 36.
Yeah, but there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Powell with the screen. Dishes to Barea. Smith wide open. He fires. Here's Barnes. Can't hit from in close.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Powell. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And Al-Farouq Aminu, the 8th overall pick back in 2010. He's found his niche as a defensive-minded, small ball power forward.
And Kevin, think about that 7'3" wingspan, which will help him defend against bigger, stronger players. And his skill game, though, still looking for some consistency in the offense. All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Connaughton, guarded by Barea. Aminu with the bucket.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Nowitzki for three. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Aminu. And Portland again with the bucket. Here's Smith. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Back to Barnes. Aminu over to help. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Barea. Oh, and he misses the dunk. The Mavericks shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Nice shot by Smith.
You got to D-up Smith now. He's a dead-eye shooter, and he's always going to pull the trigger.
Lillard with it. Now Smith defending. Baseline J on the way. Smith with the defensive effort. Dallas shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Barnes kicks to Powell. Shoots over Nurkic. The shot by Powell, no good. Lillard against Smith. Here's Connaughton. Mavericks with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Knocked away. Smith dishes to Barnes. Outside for Barea. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barea's got 6 in the quarter.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up. The Trailblazers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
One shot.
And he's been much more aggressive here in the second quarter. He's getting to the line a lot more than he did in the first.
Inside, it's stolen by Aminu. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Good on the bucket.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Drops in the tray. Farrell's got 6.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
And it goes down 2 points. 44 points for Damian Lillard.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
On the wing, Barnes. It's stolen by Aminu. Lillard outside. Over Smith. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everybody. So far, a pretty one-sided first half. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 6 steals and 3 rebounds. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. The Mavericks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The incredible pair of Lillard and McCollum are at the 1 and 2. Aminu and Nurkic up front. And it's Turner in at the small forward. On the wing, Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Nurkic with the double team. Farrell for 3. Kept alive. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And it's 9 points for Nowitzki.
That's where Nowitzki's long arms help him on the glass. They're solid at using that length to reel in rebounds.
Farrell for 3. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Aminu. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists in the game. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Poked loose. Nowitzki, the pass to Smith. It's good from long range. Smith's got 11 points.
Well, I like the fact that Smith knows his strengths. I mean, he's a solid scorer and feels comfortable firing from here.
And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one. The Trailblazers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Smith kicks to Barnes. There's the pick. The feed now to Powell. Passes it to Smith. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Smith very crafty at finding ways to get room for that mid-range shot. He's got an awesome in-between game.
Here's Lillard. No good on the shot. Smith with the defensive effort. On the wing, Barnes. Turner covering. No one covering. Smith's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Mavs.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Farrell. He is guarded by McCollum. Smith outside. He feeds it to Barnes. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
And, Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular, and with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
That's good from Barnes.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
Shabazz Napier's checked in for Portland. Barnes hits them both.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes, guys, actually asked to become more of an isolation go-to scorer in Dallas. And you remember at Golden State, he kind of struggled in that role, but he's shown so much more confidence and comfort in creating his own shot this time around. I think he's embraced that role well.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Dallas, no good that time either. And the knock on Harrison Barnes was that he lacked the ball handling and fluidity to create off the bounce.
And, you know, Barnes, to his credit, didn't deny it. I mean, instead, he went to work. He's focused on staying low and studied guys like Paul Pierce, learning how to get to his spots.
And the basket by Nowitzki.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
For Portland, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Turner. Turner's got 6 assists here tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Powell with the screen. And Smith gets double-teamed. Powell with it, now guarded by Nurkic. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Measury comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Davis is checked in for Portland. Nurkic with the double team. And stolen by Napier. And now Portland on the break. Smith the pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Measury to the wing on the left. Farrell for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Farrell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Finney-Smith kicks to Measury. Nurkic with the double team. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far from Aminu.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court if he gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Smith outside. Nowitzki a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Measury. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And Smith proven to be a fantastic point guard, a terrific passer who does a great job of moving the ball on offense.
Stolen by McCollum. And now it's Davis running. He can go all the way.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Finney-Smith. There's the 3. Nowitzki kicks to Measury. It's stolen by Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Blazers.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
McDermott's checked in for Dallas. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Farrell kicks to Smith. There's a screen. They need this, and he hits the jump shot. Smith's got 10 points here in the second half.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
The free throw drops for McDermott. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nerlens Noel checks in Measury. And Barea in for Smith. And Portland with a change for 2. Connaughton checked in. And McDermott drops them both. And Portland has possession. Here's Connaughton. Offensive rebound. Davis. Here's McCollum. And finally they hit one. McCollum's got 8.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Farrell for 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Davis with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Dallas shooting 47% from the field in the third. Kicks it to McDermott. Feeds it to Noel. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Trailblazers shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. And that one's good from Connaughton.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Pass to McDermott. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Collins. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
For Dallas, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Puts it up from 15, and it's Davis missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the middle. And Noel with the basket on the assist by Barea. Barea's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 8 points in the quarter.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Stolen away. It's McCollum with the drive. And again, it's Portland converting.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
There's a screen by Noel. They set the pick. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Count it. Good. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
Well, turning defense into offense, Greg. Outstanding effort there. Swiped it away with ease, and off they went.
Noel with it, picked up by Davis. Noel dishes to McDermott. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Napier, guarded by Barea. Offensive rebound, Collins. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night, now shooting 5 for 8.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
And there's the pass to McDermott. He kicks it to Noel. Back to McDermott. The 3. Portland grabs the miss. McCollum's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. The Trailblazers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Napier. And the Mavericks making a change here. Barnes is checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Davis. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Barea. He's got 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Barnes can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Here's Napier. Banked in off the glass. Napier's got 14.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Got to keep tracking down balls, tracking down the rebounds, and looking to play and flow is good.
Moments ago, Coach Terry Stotts happy with the tempo, just wants his team to work hard in those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, and that could start to wear the other team down a little, maybe cause them to lose some of their confidence. Let's see how this plays out.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Myers Leonard. Collins is out there with Lehman. And it's Connaughton in at the 2.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Clark, the idea of player loyalty has been a topic the last few years. From your view, do you think players have an obligation to stick with the team that drafted them if they can?
I'd like to see that happen, Kevin. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and personally, I think it's cool to see guys hang with the team that drafted them as long as they can move forward towards their aspirations and goals individually and as a team. I also never begrudge players that after a time decide they'd like to explore a different opportunity with a different team for whatever the reasons might be that drive that. But traditionally and personally, I like to see players be one-team players if all of the circumstances that lend itself to that being productive are in place.
Dallas shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Down low. Nice shot by McDermott.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
The Trailblazers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And he gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Snatched away. Here's Baldwin. Banked in off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Noel passes to Harrison. Some nice passing here by Dallas. He's all alone. Here's Connaughton. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
And Noel kicks to Harrison. Fires the 3. He's off on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way to the paint. Here's Collins. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And last season, one of the first where a coach was not let go during the regular season. A rarity, Clark, in the NBA. Do you think coaches get too much of the blame at times?
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. It's a great responsibility and challenge to coach in the NBA, but more times than not, they do sometimes get an unfair share of the blame for what happens on the court.
Here's Harrison. There's the pick. The dish to McDermott. Shot clock at 5. Over to the wing. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Boy, what persistence from Noel, a guy who does not quit on the glass. I mean, his tenacity is a huge reason as to why this team loves him.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
It's rebounded by Baldwin.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
The stupendous finish in traffic. Collins has got 12 points now in the quarter.
no hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set, get a running start to the rim. You should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
And now here comes Collins leading the break. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Collins has got 27 points.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Well, you really put your defense in a tough spot. You compromise your defense when you fumble the ball away like that.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Poked away.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Here's Harrison. Connects from three-point range. And for Portland, they're shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
And referee play review is something that is still relatively new in the NBA. Clark, do you think it should be expanded?
I think we should continue to modify and refine it and be careful to not look to overdo it. But we also want to make sure we're using it productively and prudently. So modify it, refine it, evaluate it each year, and try to make really good use of it in the areas where it can be most effective in enhancing the calls that are made in the game.
Here's Lehman, and he banks in the layup.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
The Mavericks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. In the corner, it's McDermott. There's Noel. And another shot. And it's good on the way in. Noel's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, just give Noel the rock in the post, and he knows what to do from there. Excellent presence in the low post.
Shot by Collins, no good. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. To the middle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And Clark, the topic of the need for league parity is something that's come up the last few years. Is that necessary for a healthy NBA?
I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, you can have it both ways. You can have tremendous popularity and success when you have a dominant team or 2 or 3. And you can also have it when there's great competitive balance. Currently, we have a circumstance and situation where the league is top-heavy in terms of championship contenders. But that won't last forever. And there will be a graduating back to a more competitive balance in time. So I think you enjoy the ride for what it is in the season and seasons that you have, whichever side of that coin you have.
Harrison kicks to Measuring. Takes a 3. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
Dishes to Napier. It's rebounded by Dallas. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Passes it to Measuring. Inside, Finney-Smith. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean dunk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
To the inside, here's Lehman. That's tipped. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Checking in for Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And that one misses from Lehman. Dallas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Harrison. Pass to Mejri. Dallas moving the ball around. Inside. It's stolen by Davis. Pushing it up. Lehman gets the bucket. Lehman's got 10 points in just the second half.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, then he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instincts. I mean, knows exactly when to strike on this end.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Davis, the pass to Lehman. Another shot, and Davis puts it in. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Mejri. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Collins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Collins. And so Collins nails both of them. Dallas has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Pass to Harrison. Now here's Mejri over Davis. And he hits the jumper for 2. And that's 13 points for Nowitzki.
You know, he's always ready to shoot the basketball, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, as soon as he catches the pass, he's locked and loaded and ready to go. Great confidence in his stroke.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
Shoots from 8, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, Nowitzki, who's been a Hall of Fame player throughout his career, had an Achilles injury last year, and there was some question as to whether or not he would retire. Nice to see him back in action for one more season.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. And Nowitzki had said his goal was to make it an even 20 years playing in the NBA, Clark.
And Kevin, here he is, season 20, after all he's accomplished and all this time, to see him still playing and still contributing at a very high level, really remarkable.
Both free throws good from Nowitzki. And so here's Portland.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Portland.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series. Hey, you could sink these with your eyes closed or blindfolded. So close, so deep inside, great bucket.
Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Now the pass to Mejri. Here's Harrison. A three-pointer, no good. So it's Portland now. Here's Napier. Here's Collins. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Harrison. Dirk Nowitzki again.
And you know, being Nowitzki is 7 feet tall, he's tough to guard in the post because of that size and shooting touch. Can't allow him to get that kind of positioning.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're leading. 11 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Napier. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Yes, that goes in. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.